This is Sam,
Krystle,
Kathryn, Megan,
and Bridget.
and we're analyzing From Walden, Section Spring.
Once attraction in coming to the woods to live was that I should have leisure and opportunity to see the spring come in. The change from storm and winter to serene and mild weather.
We highlighted serene because it was a vocab word.
From dark and sluggish hours to bright and elastic ones.
We underlined this because we thought it was a really interesting way of how to describe this.
Is a memorable crisis.
We questioned this because of his positive attitude towards spring, and then he suddenly brings in the word crisis.
Which all things proclaim. It is seemingly instantaneous at last. Suddenly, an influx of light filled my house. Though the evening was at hand, the clouds of winter still overhung it, and the eaves,
We highlighted that also because it was a vocab word.
were dripping with sleety rain. I looked at the window, and lo, where yesterday was cold, gray ice, there lay the transparent pond, already calm and full of hope, as in a summer evening, reflecting a summer evening sky in its bosom, though none was visible overhead, as if it had intelligence with some remote horizon.
We underlined this because it uses personification.
Early in May, the oaks, hickories, maples, and other trees we also underlined this because we thought it was very good. He was describing exactly what was around him. Was putting out amidst the pine woods around the pond, and parted a brightness like sunshine to the landscape, especially in cloudy days, as if the sun were breaking through mist and shining faintly on the hillsides here and there. On the 3rd or 4th of May, I saw a loon in the pond, and during the first week of the month I heard the whippoorwill, the brown thrasher, the veery, the wood pewee, and the chewink.
We put a question mark next to these birds because we've never heard of their species before.
I had heard the wood thrush long before. The phoebe had already come once. Come once more and looked in at my door and window to see if my house was cavern-like enough for her, sustaining herself with humming wings, with clenched talons, as if she held by the air while she surveyed the premises. The sulphur-like pollen of the pinch pine soon covered the pond and the stones and rotten wood along the shore, so that you could have collected a barrelful. And so the seasons went rolling on into summer as one rambles into higher and higher grass.
We underlined this because it was really showing that he's going farther and farther into nature and farther away from society, so he's kind of going into the higher grass of the forest.
Thus was my first year's life in the woods completed, and the second year was familiar to it. I finally left Walden September 6, 1847.